every Friday on our website. Red feather deep, has the receiver who breaks a tackle. It's Bovine. Bradley trying to catch him. He won't. And Oklahoma City on the first play of their next drive busts it loose and they regain the lead. Are you kidding me? Tiberius Bovine once again making the big play. Unbelievable. One wide receiver either side for Mike, and Daza will flip it out to Sim, and Sim makes the play! 10-5 touchdown! The doctor is in! The Crabs have a lead! Oh, mama! There goes that man!
To the right, single receiver to the left. Dunhill to throw, has time, goes deep down the left-hand side. That was complete behind the defense. They can't catch him. 10-5, touchdown, Atlanta. Boo Chisholm does it again.
Hand off to English on a first down, trying to get it around the left-hand side. Takes the long way around, but still picks up the first down. Still on his feet, down the sideline. Johnny English past the 20, 10. He scores again. Touchdown, Honolulu. On one of the craziest runs after fake punt, pass, kick, whatever I've ever seen. Unbelievable.
Mama, there goes that man.
I mean, he goes 5 yards back before he scores.
Yeah, I was going to make a comment about that, but I'll keep my comments to myself because he took this one to the house. He was blazing. 51 didn't have a shot.
So the Skyhawks having trouble on first and second down sometimes in terms of moving the chains, but they have converted on a decent amount of these third downs. I believe they've only had to punt once. Snap back, handoff to English, right up the gut. English fights his way for a first down again, and can you believe that? Johnny English, that's the second time on third down the man has just taken the ball and ran right up the gut for a first. This is a man possessed, ladies and gentlemen. He wants this Skyhawk team to succeed, and it looks like he's...
Split backs for Louis Ndula. Josh to throw, right into Big Sexy.
Big Sexy. Another country has heard from. Oh, yeah.
He just flew right by the offensive tackle. Gave him one little move and boop, down the cornerback went.
Split receivers and offside, and Snowden's going to take the handoff. Snowden, Richard Snowden spins back inside, breaks a tackle and scores. That's going to be a touchdown, DC. How in the world did he keep his balance and move the other way?
Wow, that's well, we were just talking about it too. You know, Snowden's got that ability to break away, and had he had more field there, he was definitely able to keep going. You know, he goes through the whole guy, doesn't have a whole lot of room there. One guy misses a tackle, he spins on him another, and shakes off that one right down there at the end and is able to get in there. So DC is shown early on. They set the pace with the first touchdown, and then they come and they answer back with a great drive there.
Walker's deep pass is picked off. That's interception number 3 on the night. Eddie Gage gets up and returns it to the 34. How about Baltimore's defense against Kevin Walker? He did not throw 3 interceptions all of last season in any game. And only 2 times in his career has Walker thrown at least 3 times. These two defenses right now canceling each other out. Showing a blitz up the middle, they bring it, Bentley running right into it, Bentley gets away from it. Bentley's got a first down, breaks a tackle, Ray Bentley, he's gone! And the Aztecs are gonna score and get on the board. Welcome to the game, Ray Bentley. And the Aztecs are right back in it just like that.
Kicking off week 9 of Saturday SFL action here in Portland, Oregon, as the 3-4 Portland Fleet bring in the 5-3 Tulsa Desperados. Hello everybody, Ethan Muslin here alongside my partner Nate Hall. Nate, Portland's been on a bit of a skid today so far this season. They've lost 2 in a row. Tulsa's on a big streak though. They've won the last 3. Looks to be like Tulsa might have eyes in the back of their head, though, because they're keeping an eye on what's going on in Minnesota later today.
Yeah, well, going on right now in Minnesota. Minnesota's all over Atlanta by 3 touchdowns. But Tulsa 5-2, like you said, and Portland's trying to keep pace in that very closely contested Pacific Division, trying to get back to the 400 mark at 4-4, trying to get every win possible. With 4 games left after this week, after this game today. This game features 2 teams who love to feature each of their team's running backs on offense. Ezekiel Love, top rusher in the league in terms of rushing yards and carries, has 971 yards, only 29 yards away from the 1,000 mark already in the season. We're only 7 games into the season right now. And on the other side for Tulsa's Douglas Brown. If he's not on the ground, he's out in the perimeter catching those screen passes.
Yeah, he absolutely is. The one thing to keep an eye on is that matchup between Douglas Brown and the Portland rushing defense. Portland, top of the league so far in average rushing yards allowed per game at 55 yards. That's a pretty low number, so if Portland can hold Brown in check, they'll have a chance to get to 500. Portland to kick it away, and here we go. Ball going to be taken about the 2-yard line, running up the middle. Nice little spin move, and will be wrapped up at the Tulsa 29-yard line. That's the kick return duty of Gabriel Manning. We will see Tulsa take the field for the first time tonight, being led by JQ.
Yeah, JQ has the 3rd fewest interceptions thrown all season with only 9, but when you're only throwing 8 touchdowns all season, definitely doesn't feature his arm a lot in this offense.
We'll see him throw here on first down, and it's tipped away, incomplete. Mel Davis stepping into the route there to knock it down, and that's kind of been the epitome of JQ's passing this season. So we talked about 8 touchdowns and 9 interceptions. Not really the ratio you want to have when you've only got a few games left to go in the season.
Definitely a hit-or-miss kind of quarterback, not afraid to throw it into traffic, and right there got away with one as Mel Davis comes away with the PD.
2nd down and 10, offset I formation. He's going to pass, screens it out. It's going to be Lars Bazaar, the rookie fullback, and he ends up with a gain of 7. Good catch for that former rookie from Annapolis. We'll take a look at the rest of the Tulsa Desperado offense. JQ, Douglas Brown, and Lars Bazaar are in the backfield. Wide receivers are Sonzo Robinson, Corey Jones, DJ Hume, Gabriel Manning. Tight end is DJ Bandit, who's coming from Baltimore. On the line is Will Stevens and Phoebe Collins at left tackle and guard. Q pump fakes. Going up the middle, tipped and incomplete again. So unfortunately, that will be a 3-and-out for the offense and another tip away from Davis.
Yeah, Mel Davis with already 2 pass deflections in this game, but I want to go back to that previous completion for Lars Bazaar. That was his first ever pass completion this season for Tulsa. He came in not having any completions whatsoever, but he's got 1 right there for 7 yards. So first of many to come, I'm sure, for that.
Absolutely, had him as part of my offense in Annapolis, and he's definitely one to be worked on, and definitely one to enjoy as the fair catch being made at the Portland 27 after the kick from Ismailia Farouk. So that will bring out the Portland offense. Cyrus Jive coming in under center for the Fleet this season.
Yep, the sophomore quarterback having a decent season on the plus side of the touchdown interception ratio, also with only 9 interceptions, but has 11 touchdowns thrown.
They'll hand it off here on first down. Ezekiel Love pushing up the middle. He'll get 8. That's what you want to see from the league's top rusher, as he's closing in. He's also closing in on 1,000 yards for the season. Yes. Now, after that 8-yard gain, he's only going to need about another 20.
Yeah, he's showing you right there on that run why he's the top rusher this season for this offense, just following his blockers and getting runs up the middle where he can.
Second down and short, heavy I formation for Jive. He'll throw it out, screens it out to Love, wide open for the first down, and he will get up to the 47-yard line before getting wrapped up by Travis Arthur. Moves the chains for Portland, and that'll give us a chance to introduce the Fleet offense. Cyrus Jive, the quarterback, Ezekiel Love, Jacob Farmer in the backfield. Wide receivers are Israel Adams, Benjamin Warner, and Ryan Davis, the undrafted rookie. Nelson Lozano Jr. is the tight end. On the line, Randy Fatt III, left tackle. Jaden Taylor at center. And right guard is Jay Warren. Love trying to go right side. Ends up going for a loss after Miles Gibson makes the stop. And they're going to go no huddle on this one. They might have something here. Love going to run it again right side. Skips up the middle. Ends up getting back into positive territory. And again, they're going into a no-huddle offense now after the 4-yard gain.
Not sure what they see in this hurry up, but we'll see if they do it on third down here.
Will not do it this time. He's only going to go for one as he is stopped by Marco Swift. We'll introduce the rest of the Tulsa defense real quick while Portland gets ready to punt it away. Chris Andrews, Berto Demora, Mike Mello, and Jaden Swift are on the line. Miles Gibson, David Ware, Philadelphia Collins are your linebackers. Nate Hayslip, Jay Rock, Cameron Shaw, your corners. Your safeties are Travis Arthur and Marco Swift. So Portland going to have out Dominic Birkin to punt it away. Nearly blocked. And fair catch will be called by Tulsa, and they will take over at the 17-yard line. If you're brand new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game all into one. Team strategies are executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, you can visit our website at simulationfl.net. The SFL, football for everyone. Cue from the shotgun on our first down, under a little bit of pressure. Throwing the deep ball left side, and it's tipped away. Incomplete. Derek Majors knocking that ball up in the air to get rid of it.
Yeah, Majors, the number one corner for Portland, had 5 tackles last week. Gets a pass deflection here to his stat sheet and trying to go deep on that corner route, just nobody there as Majors gets the PD.
Gonna go back to the shotgun here for second down. Q up the middle will get the catch and ends up being a 7-yard gain for Corey Jones. Bring up a third down and short.
Good completion right over the middle of Jones.
Got a pretty open book at this point. Just have to get to the 27. Maybe closer to the 28 to move those chains. They're down in 3. Heavy I formation. Will hand off to Doug Brown, and he stopped at the line. Great stop from Brody Gulch to fill that gap and force another 3-and-out for Tulsa.
Brody Gulch coming in on the season with 5 tackles for loss. Gets another one right there. Maybe a half-yard loss on that tackle, not allowing any kind of running room for Douglas Brown, displaying why this Portland defense is the number 1 rushing defense in the SFL. Nice stop on third down.
We'll bring the punt out to the 38. And a decent return of 4. That is the Portland returner, Leo Morris, who's the corner. He's doing return duties for the Fleet. Pretty good field position now for Cyrus Jive. Doesn't have to do much to get in the positive territory.
Yeah, just got need to take care of the ball, and he gets 100% completion percentage after that 1-for-1 on the first possession. Just needs to get a few more looks to get on the other side of the field.
First and 10, hand off to Love, and he is stuffed right at the line of scrimmage. Looks like that was Mike Mello. No, excuse me, that was number 95, Philadelphia Collins linebacker, who stepped up to there and make the tackle.
Philadelphia Collins just in there. Both these defense stepping up big time, I have to say, in the early going to this ball game, not allowing any kind of running room for either one of these. Might be a passing display later on.
Jive is going to go for the throw. He'll have one up the middle. Good for the first down to bring it to the Tulsa 43-yard line. A catch there for number 84, Nelson Lozano Jr., the tight end.
Nelson Lozano Jr., the veteran, coming up big on the short tight end slant pattern right there over the middle. Able to get in front of the defender, get the reception past the first down marker into enemy territory. Nice first down inside the 45.
It ends up being a 15-yard gain for Lozano, and Love will get another 6 to bring it inside the Tulsa 40-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 4.
After their first drive that stalled out after the early drive that didn't go anywhere, they're starting to get some plays together, strung together here that are getting into enemy territory and looking to score here on their second drive.
2 wide out to the left side. Going to hand off to Love, but he's stopped right behind the line of scrimmage. Another big tackle for loss. This one to David Ware.
Yeah, outside linebacker David Ware, just a monster right there on that position. 8 tackles for loss on the season. Make that his 9th as he comes in and cleans it up for the big 3-yard pass.
John going to go into the shotgun for 3rd down. Pump fake, throws a bit of a duck, but it's caught! And good for the first down to the 31-yard line for Ryan Davis.
And that 3-yard loss on the previous play just doesn't matter, as Jive has the presence of mind to find his open receiver over the middle, past the first down marker once again, able to get inside almost to the 30-yard line, another first down and moving the chains.
Nice gain of 7 there for Davis. So far, Jive 3 for 3. Making for 4. We'll find out. He steps up, screens it up, and it is caught. Bit of a wobbler there to Love as he ended up checking it down for a gain of 2.
Yeah, but at least it was a positive gain of 2. I like the way Jive was able to step up in that pocket, able to find Love off to his right and gain that positive yardage before he got sacked and hit the backfield.
They'll go 2 and 2 here in the shotgun for 2nd down. Jive on the pass up the middle will be completed inside the 20 to the 12. And that's a good catch for Israel Adams, his first of the day.
Israel Adams with the, just beating his defender right there on the post pattern to the inside. Actually, looked like it's about to be a cross pattern, but didn't get the cross completed before he got the reception. Doesn't matter, though, as he comes away with that reception down to the 12-yard line. Nice gain and first down.
Gain 17 as they're in the red zone for the first time today. Offset I formation for Jive. Going to the end zone. Touchdown, Portland for Benjamin Warner. First catch of the day for him is a score.
And Cyrus Jive, the second-year sophomore quarterback for Portland, picking up when Ezekiel Love couldn't get any running room on that drive. Nice slant pattern over the middle in front of Tulsa's defenders. And Cyrus Jive going a perfect 4 for 4 on that drive. 5 for 5 total for the game. Capping it off with that beautiful, spectacular throw right there to Benjamin Warner for his first catch of the game. Giving them the early, the first 6 points of this ball game, going up 6-0 here, getting the second point.
And the extra point from Joey Robb is up and through. That'll make it 7-0 Portland with 3:24 to go in the first quarter. That drive, 8 plays, 57 yards with that 12-yard touchdown pass to Benjamin Warner. First points on the board going to the home team. It was a bit of a back-and-forth defensive battle there to first, and now with Portland getting on the board, maybe Tulsa will have to be a little more aggressive in trying to get into the end zone. Ball taken at about the 2 for Manning. Step up to the middle and get about 25 on the return to set up the Desperados at their own 27.
Tulsa's going to have to find something going on their offense. Nothing doing on the ground so far. Douglas Brown is unable to get any kind of running room on their first couple of drives, and JQ not faring much better through the air, only 2 for 5 through the air so far.
Yeah, pass defense for Portland has been very good so far. They'll hand it off to Douglas Brown. He goes to the right side, stays on his feet after getting a couple of hits, and ends up turning it into a gain of 6 as he is wrapped up by Louis Negron at 33. Let's introduce the rest of the Portland Fleet defense. Robert Brar, Louis Negron, Jobu McSlim are on the line. Linebackers are Mel Davis, Joseph Lama, Brody Gulch, and Khalil Thomas. Your corners are Chris Stock, Derek Majors, and Leo Morris. Your safeties are Bernard Smith and Dale McLean. Douglas Brown going to go for the left side, but he is brought down from behind by Davis and ends up only going back to the line of scrimmage. So it'll be 3rd down on no gain.
Davis having a huge first quarter in this one so far. He had the 2 pass deflections on the very first drive of the ball game for Tulsa, and now he's got a tackle for loss to add to his sheet, and making an impact here through the first quarter.
Hugh with 3. He's going to throw to the right side. It'll be completed to DJ Hume, but he's just going to be stopped just short of the line to gain. He gets pushed out of bounds at the 35, so this will be another 3 and out for Tulsa.
And if you're a wide receiver out there like Hume going towards the sidelines on that out route, you got to know where that first down marker is. You got to be aware and make sure you run that route far enough. If you need 5, you got to run that 5, and he only ran 3 that time. They're going to have to punt this one out.
Be the 3rd punt of the game for Tulsa. Ball will be taken about the 29, and getting about 3 on the return to set up Portland at their own 32.
Portland with a good chance here to go up 2 scores on this drive. They had an unusual drive of sorts, getting jive going, perfect through the air so far. Let's see if they can get Ezekiel Love going on the ground now through on this drive.
They are going to have a heavy I formation. They'll hand it off to Love. He'll try to go up the middle, but ends up going nowhere as Ware's on the stop. Ends up going for no gain.
Looks like the blocks were a little bit slow developing on that play, and Love tried to run through those blocks, a little bit of a stutter step, and just nothing doing. Ended up being a half-yard loss on that play.
He's 2nd and 10, 3 wide receivers in the offset I. And out to Love, he'll go left side, and he is wrapped up at the line again, this time by Collins, and ends up only getting about 1.
Another situation where Jive's going to have to beat this Tulsa defense through the air with his arm. He's done it so far through this game. He's got to do it one more time as they come out in a 4 wide, and Tulsa's D comes out and dime.
Jive looking to throw. Hit as he throws, and it's nearly intercepted on the dive. But boy, Berto Demora bringing the pressure and forcing Jive to throw his first incompletion of the day.
That was a yikes moment right there. Berto Demora coming into this game with 6.5 sacks, good for 9th in this league on the season. And luckily for Portland, even though that was able to be thrown by Jive, luckily it hits the turf and not taken away.
This will be another punt from Birkin. Again, brought the pressure, but doesn't happen there. Fair catch will be made at the 33-yard line. So nice bit of a back and forth battle for the defenses. We've had 4 3-and-outs by both teams, but that was the first one for Portland. Tulsa have three consecutive 3-and-outs on their drives. They're going to have to start getting something going here. 1st and 10, 2 wide receivers. Brown in the backfield. And Q will throw to Brown, but he gets caught right at the line of scrimmage. It will go nowhere as the stop is made by Davis.
Well, on the first 3 drives, Douglas Brown only had 3 attempts for 6 yards on the ground, and Tulsa decided they were going to try to get his first reception out on the perimeter through a screen pass, but nothing doing out there either. goes for no gain in 2nd and 10.
Q going to go in the shotgun, 3 wide receivers. Bit of a low snap. He'll pass it up the middle. It will be completed to DJ Bandit, the former Vulture, and ends up being a gain of 8.
Yeah, she's got a good set of hands that she can catch that ball with, and gets a good gain of about 8 right there coming to the close of the first quarter. Yeah,
that'll take us to the end of 1 here in Portland. 3 more to go, but there's still plenty of football left to play as the Fleet lead the Desperados 7-0. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music here on YouTube. Back here at the Shipyards in Portland, Ethan Muslin, Nate Hall here on the call for you today. It's a set 3rd down and 2 for Q. On the quick pass will be completed. Good for a 1st down. And taken down to the 48-yard line. Catch from DJ Hume moves the chains.
And the first down of the ball game comes in the very first play of the 2nd quarter for this Tulsa offense, and looking to move the ball further in the field now after they got that behind them.
Now from the 48, there'll be 2 receivers on the offset eye. Q to throw, checks it down to Brown. He'll go left side, tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, and he will, before getting brought down by Brody Gulch.
Yeah, Brody Gulch has 5 tackles for loss on the season so far, and good job of him just staying on his man and getting out there to make a good upfield tackle after the screen pass to Brown.
On 2nd down, they'll have 3 wide on the shotgun. Q to throw. Has time, going to step up, but he's brought down from behind. Could not get away from Joe Boo McSlim for the sack.
Joe Boo McSlim. Wow. You get hit by this guy, and you're going to feel it for a while. 6'4", 318 yards. Come barreling down at you at quarterback, and you're still getting up.
5 wide for 3rd down. Q on the pump fake. Still has time. He'll have to check it down a little bit. And they only get to just about midfield as the catch to Jones is stopped at the 49.
So they get 1 first down on that drive, and then they, after a good stop on a screen pass and the sack on JQ, that goes nowhere, and they're going to have to punt this one away back to Portland.
And it'll be punted by Farouk, taking it about the 15. A couple of yards on that return by Leo Morris to bring it up to the 17-yard line. Tonight on Next Level Sports, the SFL Saturday Showcase features 2 4-3 squads jockeying for playoff positioning. Starring the league's top 2 receivers of Season 20, Chris Curtis and the Vancouver Legion square off against Ryan Roosevelt and the Indianapolis Ramblers. Kickoff is tonight at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, only on NLSC. Next Level Sports. Get more. Hand off up the middle for Love. He pushes away for a couple of yards after contact and ends up getting 4 on the play.
One of Love's better runs so far in this ball game goes for about 4 yards as he gets a couple of blocks. He's only got 15 yards on 9 carries, not his usual average that he's used to seeing on the season, which is normally normally 4.9.
Well, it's a little bit early. They'll hand it off to him again. He'll go right side, and he is wrapped up again at the line of scrimmage, brought down by Gibson. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 6.
And we know that this running back, Love, can break a huge one at any time. That's probably what helps him a lot on his season average, anyways, at this point in the season.
So 3rd down and 6. Jive will have 3 wide to the right side. On the quick step, he'll throw right. And caught immediately by Adams, but brought down right into the middle of coverage by Jay Rock. So that will be a 3 and out for Portland.
Good defensive stand right there by Tulsa, able to get the pass deflection and get their defense off the field. And at this point in the second quarter, about midway through, it's still back and forth. Ever since that touchdown from Portland, we haven't seen very much movement from these two offenses.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a slow going for the offenses, but that just kind of goes to show the kind of defenses both of these teams have. Tulsa having a top 10 defense overall, while, as we mentioned, Portland has the top rushing defense in the league. So they've been very good on both sides from both teams in getting the defensive stops. Tulsa taking over at their own 44. Q in the pistol set. Nickel set for Portland. Q to throw, stepping up, throws right side. It will be completed on the slide. And that one caught in by Jones for a gain of 7.
A good gain of 7 by Corey Jones right there on the outside, able to bring that down. Playbook wide open on the second and short. Look for them to try to get the running back involved on this heavy set.
Yeah, they've got a heavy I formation here. Looks like Portland was stacking the box a little bit. Brown going to go left side. Gets the first down. Here's the run. And he will be wrapped up by Dale McClain at the 33. Great first down for Tulsa as they're in enemy territory for the first time today.
And on Portland's last drive, we talked about how Love can break a big one at any time. The same can go for Douglas Brown. He gets some blocks on the outside. He can break a big one. You see it right there. Follows a couple of blockers around that perimeter off that left-hand side and picks up a huge gain for the first down all the way inside the 35-yard line of Portland.
1 to 3 wide here for 1st and 10. Bit of pressure on the line. Looks to be man coverage. Q to throw. Steps up, but he's brought down by Negron. This ends up being a loss of 5.
A case of you go forward 2 steps and you go back 1, as that sack was made right there by Negron. And after such a big positive play from your running back, you can't afford too many negative plays, because this Portland defense will just feast all day and capitalize off those negative plays.
Yeah, and that was the right guard Jeffrey Casillas who ended up losing that battle with Negron. Bring up 2nd and 15 for Q. He'll throw the ball up the middle, tipped off, incomplete. That one intended for Corey Jones. Looked like that might have just been some coverage there from Smith.
And a big 3rd and 15 now for Tulsa's offense after it looked promising there for a second after that big run by Brown. They're going to have to do something major with this throw after they go empty set here and Q alone in the backfield.
Yeah, 5 wide receivers against a dime package. Q to throw, has time. Gonna go for the deep ball, right side. This caught for the first down, just inside the red zone. Caught there by Jones.
And Chris Stock tried to go for the bang-bang play to jar that ball loose on Jones once he caught that to make it incomplete. But Jones, with enough presence of mind to hold on to that ball and take that hit and not allow that to go incomplete to hit the ground. Nice completion inside the 20.
Hand off here to Brown on first down. He'll get about 6. Bring it down to the 13-yard line. Now Tulsa starting to move the ball after that big 3rd down conversion.
Yes, they are. And now it's Portland's defense who's on their heels after Tulsa enters the red zone for the first time today. And Tulsa's got a very good opportunity here to even this thing up in the late stages here of the first half.
They'll go into the heavy eye. A little bit of stack in the box here. They got 8 in the box for Portland. Handoff Brown, right side. He'll get the first down, brings it up to the 5. It will be 1st and goal to go. Stack there making the play alongside Khalil Thomas.
And where those blocks weren't there through the first quarter and a half of this ball game, now the Tulsa offensive line and fullbacks are starting to win those battles along the offensive front. And Brown is able to get through those holes where he wasn't able to through the first part of this game.
First down and goal for the first time for Tulsa. Q going to look for the end zone. Oh, and up the middle, tipped away and intercepted! threw it into a ton of traffic, and it ends up going into the hands of Derek Majors.
Derek Majors comes away with his second interception of the season off of that one right there on the hot potato drill, the tip drill right there in the back of the end zone. Able to stick with it, and what a turn of bad events, just horrible events right there for Tulsa and their offense as they turn the ball over, and Portland will get the ball right back.
They'll take over at their own 20 on the touchback. Nickel set for Tulsa here on first down. Jive pump fakes, throws out right side, tipped away, incomplete. That one knocked away by Jay Rock. Looks like this pass defense is looking to need to step up a little bit too.
Yeah, Jay Rock almost had he been able to put 2 hands on that ball, he might have had a pick 6 because there was nothing but green grass between him and the end zone. He probably was kicking himself for not grabbing that one, maybe a little bit out of his reach, but that was going towards Israel Adams, and Rock makes a great defensive play.
Yeah, if he had been there maybe a little bit sooner, probably could have had a chance to put both hands on the football and be able to take that away. Second down and 10. Jive in the shotgun with 4 wide. He'll step, checks it down to Love. But he lost control of it. Couldn't hold on to the ball. It's incomplete.
And that's unusual for Ezekiel Love because he's used to catching those flat pattern, those perimeter routes out in the flats. That he came into this game with 50 on the season, which is good for 7th in receptions in the SFL. So he's used to getting those catches. You'd think he'd hold on to that.
We third down and 10. Gonna go 2 and 2. Jive to throw, pass up the middle, deflected away, incomplete. Derek Major stepped into that one to knock it down.
That was actually Marco Swift.
Excuse me, Marco Swift. Sorry about that.
Marco Swift with a nice pass deflection there to get that one into 4th down and bring on Portland's punting unit. But both these teams passing defenses stepping up here on 2 consecutive drives.
Punt is away. Manning going to be at about his own 43. And gets a decent return out of it, crossing the 45 to the 46.
And Jake Hughes going to have to come out here and try to shake off that last interception he had on that previous drive, and lead the troops down on another drive here to try to even this thing up. Looked like they were going to on the last drive when they had it down by the end before that interception by Majors, but he's going to have to do it one more time.
He'll set up with 4 wide receivers, 3 to the left side here for first down. Hugh on the deep drop, gonna throw the little pass, and it's incomplete. Threw it into a little bit of a crossing route there. Looked like it might have been intended for Hume.
And there was a lot of bodies between Q and Hume on that route, and I would say that Hume probably lost that ball in between the delivery from the QB, and that's how it probably just followed the turf and incomplete.
Back to the shotgun for second down. Nichols set for Portland. You're going to take the snap. A little bit of time. Throws up left side. Will be caught out of bounds by Manning. That'll be incomplete. That'll be set up for third down and 10.
Are we going to see a challenge, though, from Tulsa in this situation? I couldn't tell from this vantage point if that was a completion.
Yeah, we are. We will see a challenge made by Coach Jaden Swift. They're going to take another look at this to see if they made the catch. And we will take a look along with them on this review.
All you need in the SFL is 1 foot in bounds to make it a completion with control of the ball.
Let's see. No, I don't think so. I don't think they got it.
This is going to stand, I think. Yep.
And that is the case. The play does stand. It is incomplete. He had that left foot up just a little too late. So that will force Tulsa to lose a timeout and lose one of their challenges. So we'll bring up third down and 10 from their own 46. Didn't hurt to try, though, because when you have it that close, you have to just double check and make sure. I did not knock Swift for giving it a shot. 5 wide now for Q. He's going to throw. Deep ball, left side, tipped off, incomplete. And that was almost another interception for Majors.
Yeah, and with enough blockers, he might have had a pick 6 on that one. You never know, but that definitely would have been his second interception, though, had he been able to hold on to it. But he'll be happy with the PD.
Yeah, he'll be happy with the deflection, and it'll be Farouk once again to punt it away for Tulsa. Kick is off, and fair catch will be called over directly at the 20-yard line. So Portland going to start off exactly where they left off earlier in the quarter.
And still at a stalemate, less than 4 minutes left in the first half as far as offenses go, ever since that Portland touchdown in the first quarter.
Yeah, that's been the only score of the game. We've had a couple of threats in the red zone. Tulsa nearly got into the end zone, but ended up getting picked away by Majors. And it sets up to where we are here. Handoff to Love. He'll go left side. Steps over one tackle and going to get brought down by a rock for the 6-yard gain.
And I would have loved to see Love, no pun intended, stay on the outside on that run, because I think had he done so, he would have had enough perimeter blocks out there to go a longer way than he did on that 6-yard run.
Second down and 4 now on the 6-yard gain. Bit of a pro set. They'll hand off. Love up the middle, pushing through. Gets the first down for a 5-yard gain right up to the 31.
Tough running by Love right there. You gotta just absolutely love what you're seeing, how this running back at this point, just tough all the way up the middle, following his offensive lineman for that first down up to the 31-yard line. Nice first down gain right there to move the chains.
Sets us up for 3 wide receivers versus a nickel set. Jive going to step back. Going to heave it up the middle. Pass completed to Lozano and gets it inside enemy territory for another first down.
Lozano with his second completion. This one for another first down all the way up to, I believe that's on the opponent's, yeah, all the way up to the opponent's side of the field on that one. To the 45-yard line. Just a great job to get behind the defense on that completion before he got tackled.
Ends up being a 25-yard gain on the play for Lozano. First and 10, heavy eye formation. They'll run it up the left side for Love. He's got room to run. Can he shake past the defender? He'll shake one. If he gets to the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Portland.
All you need is love. Ba, 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 ba. Exactly. All you need is love when he runs to the outside like that. They're under the perimeter and all the way into the end zone. All you need is a couple blocks. All you need is love. All you need is 6 points to take a 2-score lead late in this first half.
Great run there from Ezekiel Love. We were kind of waiting for him to hit those long plays, and he did so on that one. 44-yard rushing touchdown for Ezekiel Love, longest of the day for him. And that caps off the 4-play, 80-yard drive as the kick is up and good for Joey Robb. That will make it 14-0 with 2:12 to go here in the second quarter. If you missed any SFL action, it's hard to keep up with every play around the league, but make sure to check out highlights of SFL games here on the YouTube channel and on Highlight Nation, provided by Victor's Valiant, YouTube's premier sports highlight maker. Subscribe to Highlight Nation and Victor's Valiant on YouTube for all of your sports highlights needs. Take away here. Manning going to take it at about the 4. He'll run up the middle, cut up to the right side. Can't shake the tackle, though, and he'll be brought up to the 28-yard line.
Still over 2 minutes left, though, in this first half, and we've seen Tulsa threaten, like you said, inside the red zone once already in this ball game. JQ just unfortunate to throw that pick to Derek Majors in the back of the end zone, but we got Q able to throw the deep ball, and he's just got to lead these troops on a drive here to get this lead cut in the half going into the break.
Yeah, they could. A score here would definitely give them momentum. They'll have a free play here as Q going to throw left side. It'll go out of bounds. at about the 34, so they'll probably take the penalty here and take a free down.
Yeah, definitely take the penalty and be 1st and 5 instead of 2nd and 5.
And that is the case. Penalty called against Robert Drawer, the defensive end. He got a little jumpy on that play, so it'll end up being 1st and 5.
Got to stay disciplined as you're on the defensive line.
That'll take us over to the 2-minute warning here in the first half. Portland leading on Tulsa, 14-0. You're watching the SFL presented by APM Music here on YouTube. So we have 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're going to go to a heavy I formation. Receiver to the right side. Hand off to Brown. He'll push up the middle and get about 4 on the play. Bring up 2nd down and a short 1.
A little surprised they're not going hurry up here with less than 2 minutes left, but I guess when they're still got 2 timeouts, in their back pocket that they can use at any time, they think they got enough time that they can just call it.
So the handoff to Brown again, trying to go through traffic. He will get the 1st down, gets the 2 to get to the 40-yard line.
That's step number 1. As long as you get the 1st down and keep moving the chains and moving on the field, that's step number 1, and moving on the field to get the score.
We'll go to 5 wide receivers as we're closing in on a minute to go here in the first half. Q from the shotgun. Dime package for Portland. Bit of a low snap. He'll have time. Throws it up the middle. Tipped away and caught!
Wow.
Somehow! Looks like that was Manning making the catch. Gets it up to the Portland 44. Going to no huddle. Q to throw. Going for the high ball. The tipped away. Nearly intercepted twice by both Chris Stock and Brody Gulch, but it ends up going incomplete.
Yeah, Stock almost had a spectacular one-handed interception at the first go at it before Brody Gulch almost had the chance at it off the deflection, but dangerous throw right there by JQ.
We have 2nd down and 10, 45 seconds to go here in the first half. Q to throw, has plenty of time, going to go for the short wall. That ends up bobbled and incomplete by the defender. That one was Gulch again on the deflection.
Jumping out in front of the receiver right there, Sanzo Robinson that time. Robinson not used to getting very many completions for this offense. He only has 9 coming in on this season. Almost had his 10th right there, but couldn't hold on to it.
Going to go to the ultra 2 and 2 for 3rd and 10. Q in the shotgun. Fleet have a dime set. Quick pass here up the middle. Will be caught for the 1st down. Gets it up to the 30. Will be a gain of about 15 yards as they reset. Going back to no huddle. Less than 30 seconds to go. Q throwing left side. Caught and tiptoeing out of bounds is Gabriel Manning, who makes the catch for a gain of 4.
Yeah, but he does go out of bounds. The clock will stop with 26 seconds left, and they do have both timeouts left still also. So playbook is wide open, and they are moving the ball at 2nd down.
Closing in on the red zone once again, looking to get on the board before the end of the half. Twins to the right for 2nd and 6. Q from the shotgun, gonna throw. Has the tight end left side, and it'll be completed. And Tulsa will take their 2nd timeout with 21 seconds to go. That one going to the secondary tight end, Royal Hawkins.
3rd and 1, they do take that 2nd timeout, but playbook's still wide open. You're just focused at this point on getting the 1st down, so you can get a little bit closer to take a touchdown shot on your couple of last plays.
They're down and very short to go. Q from under center will throw. Quick pass, right side. Will be completed for the 1st down by Manning. And they'll get to the 15-yard line. Clock's running down now, closing in on about 10 seconds to go. They might go for the end zone on this one. Q the throw. Under pressure. Shakes one tackle, and he's brought down, and they'll take a timeout. With 6 seconds to go. That's their last one of the half.
Big sack right there on on the JQ made by number 97 for the Portland defense. That's a backup D lineman with the last name, I believe, of Depp, if I'm not mistaken.
That's defensive end Don Zepp.
Zepp, yeah, excuse me, Zepp with the big sack. But that's going to bring out SFL leading kicker on field goals, Brooke Beisel, with her 17 of 18 field goal rate coming into this game to try this field goal break.
It'll be a 37-yarder from the right hash to put Tulsa on the board. It is good. So they didn't get the 7 they wanted, but Brooke Beisel helps Tulsa get on the board. It'll make it 14-3 with a couple ticks to go in the half.
And they would have absolutely loved to have the 7 points on that drive to cut it into half going into the halftime break, but they'll take the 3 so they can at least say they had some points going into the halftime break, maybe get a little bit of momentum going into the third quarter, but definitely looking to carry that momentum going into the second half.
You see there that drive going 12 plays, finishing off with that field goal. Enough for Tulsa to get on the board as we have this finish out of the drive by Morris. And he'll bring it up to the 26, and that will be it for the first half of play. So Tulsa was scoreless until the last few seconds of the half here as they now are on the board. But Portland still leads it with the second half to go. They're ahead 14-3. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music, and we'll start that second half in just a moment. Ready to kick off the second half here at Evo 9X Stadium, the Shipyard. Ethan Muslin, Nate Hall here on the call today. Mark Mello and Dakota Butts doing the stats, making us look very smart. Smarter than I am, that's for sure. We always appreciate that. Moore's going to bring this kickoff up to the 25-yard line, so it will be up to the Tulsa defense to try to get the ball back, see if they can get any momentum going after that field goal to end the half.
Well, their defense is going to have to make a stop here to give it back to their offense, but Love, who had that big run in the second quarter, helping out his average up to 5.3 so far.
Jive to throw, he'll check it down to Love, has the catch, and he will shake one tackle, but gets ended up shoestring by Nate Hazlip, and ends up going for a gain of 8.
Ezekiel Love's third reception of the day. Nice throw up by Jive off to that right side. Looked like he was going to go out of bounds after that completion anyways, but Hazlip made double sure that he got brought down. Nice two-string tackle out there by Hazlip.
Yeah, great job there to keep the play going and be able to wrap up Love to prevent him from going any further than he probably would have. Going to bring up second down and 2. Tight end set up to the left side. They'll hand off to Love. He is brought down right at the line by Philadelphia Collins. Great stop there, and it will be 3rd and 3.
Philadelphia Collins, the outside linebacker, made a nice defensive play right there with that tackle for loss, bringing up a big 3rd down with this heavy set.
Yeah, heavy I formation for 3rd and 3. They'll hand off Love up the middle. He pushes through for the first down and gets up to the 43-yard line. What a great push from Ezekiel Love. That's why he's the league leader.
Man, Love just looked like he was shot out of a cannon on that run. Just hand off, jumped over a would-be like a blocker that was on the ground, and just no one even touched him until he was about 10 yards down the field almost. Just incredible burst of speed from Love, proving why he's the SFL leading rusher in this league. Great job.
So far, 83 yards on the ground for Ezekiel Love. Jive to throw. Going for the deep ball left side. Tipped in the air. Incomplete. Travis Arthur had his hands on it, but could not call it in. And we were talking about Tulsa keeping an eye on Minnesota. Let's go to Minnesota ourselves with a game break.
Thanks, Ethan. Minnesota not feeling the pressure today of keeping their lead in the Central. They have dominated unbeaten Atlanta. Remember, Minnesota was the only team to beat undefeated Baltimore last season. That was week 11. And right now, Portland putting the pressure on Vancouver. The Next Level Sports window, Portland wins and Vancouver loses. Portland back in front in the Pacific. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Cam. We go to second down as the run from Love is going to get about 5. He is wrapped up there by Arthur. It'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
And after these last couple of runs by Ezekiel Love, maybe hand it off to him again on 3rd and medium. I don't know. Maybe try to get him out on a screen pattern. But those screen patterns haven't worked very well for Portland so far. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and 5.
Wide receiver set. They'll hand it off up the middle. Goes right to midfield. Won't go anywhere more than that thanks to the stop by Collins. And they'll bring up 4th down, and Portland will have to punt it away.
So Tulsa's D steps up on that series, makes the stop that they needed, didn't let Love get the 1st down, and their offense will get a crack at it to keep this momentum going that they sustained through the first half.
Dominic Birkin to punt this away. Will be taken by Manning at the 15. Shakes one tackle but cannot shake the other. And ends up getting a decent return out of it. A return of 8 yards to bring it up to the 23.
And you never know about Gabriel Manning when he's doing kickoff returns and punt returns. He can take one back at any time. On the season so far, he doesn't have any punt return touchdowns, but he does have 2 kick sixes so far on the season.
And he is the all-time leader in kick return touchdowns with 23 and 3rd all-time in punt return touchdowns with 4. So he is very capable of doing that. Check down here to the right side to Lars Bazaar. But only ends up getting back to the line of scrimmage as he's wrapped up by Khalil Thomas.
His 2nd reception of the ball game, well, I should say of the season for him, as he this one though doesn't go anywhere. 0 yards on that game after his first one went for 7.
Going to 4 wide receivers on 2nd down. Looks to be manned coverage for Portland. They'll hand off to Brown. He gets wrapped up at the line. I was going to say it's a loss of 1 as Leo Morris wrapped him up from behind.
And Douglas Brown, he hasn't done horrible as far as yards per carry himself, but he's only had 9 carries now for 43 yards, which is good for a little less than 5 yards per a little less than 5 yards per carry, which isn't horrible, but he just hasn't had the touches.
Yeah, it's kind of been on par with what the Portland defense has been doing. Is Q going to throw the deep ball, and it's intercepted! On the tip drill, Bernard Smith brings it in, and it's Portland football once again.
This Portland defense, the passing defense, just swarms to the ball, no matter who touches it first. There's always 2 or 3 other bodies there that come away with a tip drill interception, and right there another example of that as Bernard Smith comes in and takes away that one. Good for his 7th interception of the season. Came in with 6, good for 2nd in the SFL.
And it looks like we get another free play for Portland as that pass to Love is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. But that will be another free 5 yards. That tip drill, by the way, that was a deflection from Dale McClain into the hands of Bernard Smith. So great job by both safeties to take care of business on that side. As the offsides is called on Chris Andrews. We'll bring up 1st down and 5. One thing we kind of haven't talked about this Portland defense is they're one of the top defenses in the league in terms of turnover differential. Tulsa and Portland both tied at 22 for takeaways prior to the start of this game, but the differential was in favor of Tulsa by 1, but that's clearly not the case, as now Portland will have that lead as the pass here is completed for a 1st down just at the 35.
Yeah, nice 1st down play made right there by Portland, moving the chains.
That one caught by number 83. That's Ryan Davis. As the handoff to Love, he gets caught in a little bit of traffic, and will only end up getting about 8 as Collins is there to make the stop.
Yeah, but after interception and a couple of offensive plays and inside the 35-yard line, Portland is knocking on the door of scoring range already once again.
Fleet going to set up with 3 wide to the right, 1 to the left. A lot of line pressure from Tulsa. They might be showing a little bit of pressure. They'll back it off. And, and a big hit there from Collins as he got in the way of Lozano. And then ends up being incomplete as Lozano was just about to make that catch.
Not only did Philadelphia Collins go in to try to get the pass deflection as that ball went whizzing past his head, but he also got the hit on the receiver as well. So he got a bang play right there for his efforts.
3rd down and 8. Jive to throw, pump fakes, goes up the middle, will be completed for the first down, just at the 24-yard line. Great catch from a secondary wide receiver. That's Gavin Bovett.
And that was close to the first down marker, but they're going to give him forward progress to that marker at the 24-yard line. Nice job of knowing where that first down marker was to gain that, moving the chains and getting inside the 25.
Just barely inside the 25. Jive going to throw, and whoa, was a little early on that one, and ends up being a lot of pressure there from Jaden Swift. It'll fall incomplete.
Yeah, and that's exactly why that was early throw by Cyrus Jive, because Swift was barreling down on Jive on that play, coming in for the sack, and Jive just gets rid of it in time.
2nd down and 10, 2 tight ends to the left side. Jive from under center on the quick step. He'll float it out to Lozano, and he will get just short of the first down. They'll say he brought it down at the 15.
See if they just hand this one off to Love here on 3rd and short, probably following some fullbacks and offensive linemen on the way.
Yeah, 3rd down and very short. Almost half a yard, really. But they will go with the heavy I formation. Hand off to Love, up the middle, stopped at the line, and jumped for a loss. It'll be David Ware who makes that critical play. Will force Portland into 4th down.
Nice stop by Tulsa's D to hold Portland's offense to just a Joey Robb field goal attempt coming up here on this drive.
And Joey Robb will have a 32-yard attempt from the right hash. Bit of a high snap, but it's on its way, and it's good. That'll be Joey Robb's 11th field goal of the season, 11 for 11 so far, and that gives Portland back to a 14-point lead.
Also well within striking distance still in this 3rd quarter. So Tulsa still just needs to get some drives together. We haven't seen Tulsa score a touchdown yet in this ball game. JQ's thrown 2 interceptions, but yet to throw a touchdown through the air and just over 100 yards throwing or passing through the air. But we know that he's got the weapons, and you just got to look out for that arm of his.
Yeah, it's absolutely possible to get that done. That's going to be taken about inside the 5. And a nice return from Manning to bring it up to the 24-yard line. If you're liking the game so far, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. The SFL produces over 400 events a year. There is no one else that gives you more football. Don't miss a minute of SFL or SFLM action and help the channel grow through your support. Thanks to everybody for helping the SFL reach 10 years of operation through your viewership. Q with 5 wide here for 1st down. Has plenty of time. He's going to heave it up at the middle. It's intercepted by Bernard Smith. 2nd pick of the day, and he gets it inside Tulsa territory.
Not only his 2nd pick, but on back-to-back Tulsa drives, Bernard Smith comes away with the interception off of JQ. Just good job to sit back there in the coverage on the wide receivers for Tulsa. playing center field back there at his safety spot, and coming away with the second pick, making sure that that throw goes nowhere.
Yeah, you kind of saw there. He kind of just stood right in the middle of where those receivers were gonna cross, and just kind of just waited for the ball and just like, okay, this is mine now. And up to Love for first down at the 40. He'll have room to run.
Wow.
Steps to the left side and ends up getting 17 as he's brought down at the 23-yard line.
And you just wonder what kind of run that might have been had he not gotten slowed down by his own blockers. Watch this. He tries to burst the speed, but right there, his fullback just slows him down just a little bit and allows the defenders for Tulsa to catch up to him and make the tackle inside the 25.
Yeah, unfortunately, Jacob Farmer just got in a little bit in the way, but still a very nice gain from Love to bring it to the 23. Twins to the left here for first down. They'll hand off right side to Love, and he will get up to the 21. They'll say he got about, well, let's say about 1.5 before getting taken down by Miles Gibson.
Tulsa has to clamp down right here on this drive. Even 3 points would hurt them a little bit, but I wouldn't say it's a backbreaker, but they've got to clamp down on D.
They really have to here. Second down and 9. 3 wide receivers in the offset eye. Hand off to Love, goes left side. And again, there's a stop from Collins.
Oh, wow.
He gets it back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and 10.
Yeah, and Collins, who already has 5 tackles on this ball game, gets a big tackle for loss right there, bringing up this 3rd and 10 play.
They'll go 2 and 2. Jive in the shotgun. Gonna throw. Pressure coming up the middle. He'll get it away. Tipped in the air and intercepted in the end zone. First mistake of the game for Cyrus Jive as Travis Arthur gets the ball in the end zone. It'll be a touchback for Tulsa.
And just before that ball touches the turf, off the tip by number 21, I believe it was, which is Nate Heslep, able to bat that one in the air. And just before that ball hits the turf, Travis Arthur able to grab it, pick it up off of his shoestrings, and kneel it in the end zone to give the ball right back to Tulsa's offense. Big-time play.
A big-time play for the Tulsa defense, who really needed it to get things back on their side in terms of momentum. Q stepping up, going to have a little float. And nearly picked away again, this time by Leo Morris. Ends up almost having consecutive interceptions on that play.
Yikes, and that would have been JQ's 4th of the game. He's lucky he got away with that one right there, because Morris had a beat on that ball the entire way that it came out of Q's hands.
Yeah, you saw there, he had the route, he had it in his sights, just could not bring it in. And you see the stats there for JQ, 106 yards passing so far today, which is only about 18 less than Cyrus Jive. It's just been a matter of not being able to convert. Free play here, and they're going to go for the deep ball down the middle. It's incomplete, intended for Manning, but that will end up being a free 5 yards for Tulsa.
Neutral zone infraction, number 95, defense, 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, that one called on Jobu McSlim.
And despite that penalty of offsides on McSlim, just another display of how I think the word of the day for this Portland secondary has been swarming, because that's exactly what they've been doing in that Portland secondary. Whatever JQ lets go of that ball, they've been swarming to wherever that ball is thrown and been making either pass deflection or interception wherever it's thrown to.
And that's been a real good step up from Portland's defense, because they are one of the lower ends of the league, and because they give up a lot of passing yards. Pass here up the middle will be complete. And that's going to tack on another 15 as Chris Stack brought in a bit of a late hit.
Yeah, that's going to hurt this defense, because Chris Stock, you got to know when that receiver is already to the ground. Actually, I believe that was tight end DJ Bandit with that reception past the first down marker. But Chris Stock making a huge no-no right there of landing on DJ Bandit when she's already to the turf. And that is, you got to say more discipline than that.
Yeah, the contact had already been made by Bernard Smith, and it was just, unfortunately, a bit of a boom play, where as soon as Bernard Smith made the touch, Stack was already just going full speed, ready to make the tackle, and ends up costing him 15 yards. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 48. Pass here to the left side will be caught by Manning, and it'll end up going for only about 2.
But one thing that we haven't seen out of Manning all day today, we're used to seeing Manning getting at least one deep shot throughout a ball game, and he hasn't had that so far. He's been 4 receptions for 40 yards so far. He hasn't had that deep shot look so far in this ball game.
2nd down and 8 for the pistol, and they'll go to Manning again, who steps out of bounds at the 40. Ends up getting about 6 on that one to set up 3rd down and 2.
Nice out route once again by Manning. However, 3rd and short coming up. Playbook's wide open as long as he moves that 1st down marker.
Yeah, pretty open book here. They can pretty much go with whatever they like. Looks like they're going to go for a jumbo offset eye. Bit of adjustment here from Portland. Cue the throw. Checks it down. Lars Bazar going to go and gets just short of the 1st down. Thought he might have had that one, but it ends up getting stopped by Khalil Thomas.
I don't like the fact that he tried to turn his body around instead of just muscling his way towards that 1st down marker, though. You've got to just muscle your way. When you're 6'1", 247 at fullback, you just got to pound it.
And they're running it on 4th down, and Douglas Brown will get enough for the 1st to get it to the 36. About 3.5 was all they needed, and they got it.
Well, that's good. That's good that they got it, because that could have looked bad on the fullback for going for that spin move right there on that 3rd and short play. But they do move the chains on the 4th and inches, and inside 20 seconds of the 3rd, they're almost at 35.
And off to Brown, he'll try to get to the left side and ends up getting stopped by Lama. And they'll say he got back to the line of scrimmage for no gain. And that is going to help bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter. It's time to see some 4s, 12s, 86s, 68s up in that chat, everybody. We got 1 quarter of football left to play, and it's still a 2-score game with Portland leading Tulsa 17-3. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music here on YouTube. As we flip the field here for the final quarter, Douglas Brown trying to run it, and he ends up getting down for a loss. Nice there stop there from Robert Brower and Mel Davis. That will bring us to a 3rd down.
And a huge 3rd down for this Tulsa offense, because it's 3rd and long, 3rd and more than 10, and you've got to have it this late. This late in the game. It's the 4th quarter now, and down 2 scores.
Yeah, 3rd down and 13 for Q. He's going to throw it, gets the catch, but it'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. That was a good catch there from Sanzo Robinson. We haven't heard him much today, but that's his 1st catch.
Yeah, that's his 3rd target, 1st catch of the game. It is short of the 1st down. They're going to go for the field goal. This is the 2nd attempt for Brooke Beisel.
Beisel will kick this one from 44 on the right hash. This will make it 17-6 if it goes through. It's up, it's on its way, and it's good. Nice little catch there. Nice little kick to make it 17-6 in favor of Portland with 9:54 to go here in the 4th.
Yeah, and I'm not sure. It is still early in the 4th quarter, and I know you need points no matter what the situation is. And I'm not sure if I wouldn't have gone for it there, since it was only 4th and 2 in that situation, trying to move the chains once again, but probably just a good idea to go for 3 there, maybe.
It does make it 11, so another field goal, a touchdown with a 2-pointer will tie it, and then you don't have to score 2 touchdowns necessarily. As the run here from Morris will bring it up to the Portland 24-yard line. APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life. inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and to find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. Jive to throw here on first down, but he's brought down from behind. It's a loss of 6 on the play from Jaden Swift.
Wow. Jaden Swift, after trying to get after the quarterback all day today, just puts on a spectacular, just display of pushing past that offensive lineman and able to get back there for the sack. That's the third, 3.5 sacks now in the season for Jaden Swift.
Makes it 2nd down and 16 for Cyrus Jive. They'll hand off to Love, but he is brought up only for a couple of yards. And again, a nice big stop there from Swift. It's going to make it 3rd down and long.
And coming into this ball game, this Tulsa defense has 19 interceptions, but Cyrus Jive is taking care of the ball so far, only throwing 1. This Tulsa defense to his 1 touchdown he's thrown in this ball game. Doing a really good job taking care of the ball so far.
Oh, and a little bit of pressure there. The punt is intercepted!
Oh!
And what ends up being a bit of an arm punt goes into the hands of Marco Swift.
That is 2 weeks in a row that's happened to me on a call. Just talking about how well a quarterback's been taking care of the ball and how compared to how much the defense has been taking away the ball all season long. And on cue, Marcus Swift with an absolutely on-time interception takeaway for his defense to give the ball right back to the offense that needs to move this ball quick.
Tulsa in control here. They're going to hand off to Douglas Brown. He's got room up the middle, gets the 1st down, and gets about 11. No, they're going to say he's short. That looked like he got the 1st.
Yeah, it sure looked like it, but I'm not sure if his knee was down before the ball crossed that 1st down marker, but it's practically right on top of it from this game.
Yeah, this is about 2nd down and a self-addressed stamped envelope. He'll hand off to Brown. He'll go left side. He'll get enough for the 1st down to bring up to the 28. Another tackle there for Mel Davis.
I think at this point in the ball game, you need 6 points. Well, you don't really need. I'll take that back. Any points on this drive is good at this point in the ball game.
Yeah, with the amount of time you got left in the game, if they get into the end zone, they can do whatever they like with it. Q going to check it down to Brown. He'll go right side, has room to run, gets the 1st down. Stay on his feet inside the 15 to the 13-yard line and get pushed out of bounds by Dale McClain.
And as we've approached the 2nd half and later stages of this ball game, doesn't it feel like that the tide has turned? Ever since that field goal that Tulsa had at the end of that 1st half to cut the lead to 14-3, it just feels like the momentum started to shift at that point, and Portland's just been trying to hold on ever since then.
It has been. Momentum's been on their side, and the penalty for a touchdown. Tulsa gets into the end zone for the 1st time today, and it's a catch to Gabriel Manning.
Well, let's take a look at this touchdown first. Nice throw, nice find by Q, finding Gabriel Manning coming across the middle through that Portland defense, able to just snag that one as he crosses the end zone for 6 points. Are they going to go for 2 here is the question, but I think they're just going to take the extra point with this much time left on the clock.
Yeah, 7.5 minutes to go. You can afford to take a little bit of time to try to find the end zone again. That drive, 4 plays, 41 yards to finish off this 13-yard touchdown pass to Manning as the kick is up and good from Beisel. That'll make it 17-13 with 7:27 left to go here in the ball game.
At this point in the stage of this ball game, Portland needs to play to win and play not to stop playing not to lose at this point. because if they keep being if they keep this up where they're being conservative, they might be going further downhill through the rest of this ball game.
Ball going to be taken about the goal line from Morris. He'll go to the right side. Gets about 24 on that one as he'll go down to the 24-yard line. But you're absolutely right. Portland's going to have to start being a little more aggressive, try to not just hold on to the football and drain out the clock, but put some more points on the board, because now a touchdown gives Tulsa the lead.
And we've seen a lot of Ezekiel Love in the second half. I think we need to see a little bit more of Cyrus Jive's arm too.
We'll hand off to Love, and he'll get a couple of yards. He ends up getting knocked down at about the 25 by Miles Gibson.
And while Love did have that long run of 44 yards in the second quarter, it's been very quiet for him ever since then. Outside of that 44-yard run, he's only had 23 other carries for about 66 yards, so not much going for him outside of that long run.
Second down and 9 for Jive, stepping up, going to float out left side. It's completed to Benjamin Warner. Well, no, they're going to say it's out of bounds, incomplete.
Interesting. We'll see if that's challenged.
That looked to be pretty good, and they will challenge it.
I like this challenge. This looks like it was better than that one that Tulsa challenged earlier in this ballgame.
And Coach Mel Davis seeing something, hopefully, that will be a little bit better off. We'll take another look at this catch. And you see a little bit of a worm burner on that one, and yeah, he's got it. He has that right foot down. That looks pretty good to me.
Yeah, I think this is going to be overturned.
The pass has been ruled complete. The catch was made.
And it is overturned, so it will be a completed pass. Definitely needed for Portland, and but it will be third down and short.
But you'd much rather have a third and short in this situation than a 3rd and 10.
Absolutely. And you see there, 3rd down and 1. They're going to go to a jumbo I. Oh, and it'll be a free play.
Wow.
Either way you slice it.
Oh, wow.
Bit of an early jump there from Tulsa will bring up a free first down.
And that would have been a tackle for loss, bringing up a 4th down had they stayed onside. But that offside is going to give them a free first down.
That one called up on Berto Demora, the defensive end. He got a little antsy on that play, really wanted to make something happen, but it ended up costing him 5 and costing him, well, another first down.
Very quiet ball game from Berto Demora in this one, as he absolutely went off in that game, the last game they played against Louisiana.
I don't want to talk about that. And off to Love going to the right side. He'll get about 5 as he is brought down by Nate Hazlett.
All right, so they've got the ball moving. Nice 5-yard gain to the outside, off tackle to the right side there. Still haven't seen much of Jive on this drive, but haven't really needed him yet. Let's see what they do here on 2nd down.
On the 3 wide, they'll hand off to Love again. He'll get right in the backfield by Travis Arthur, who stepped up onto the play. It's a loss of a couple of yards to bring up 3rd and 7.
Arthur, that man's got a family. Take it easy on the young man. What a hit by Travis Arthur as he's coming off of his safety position, off just laying the wood.
You can I think if you saw a close up of him, you saw that clenched up fist on the part of Arthur.
Oh.
Pass for Jones. He can't get it away, and there's Demora getting some redemption on a huge loss.
I was talking about how quiet of a day Berto Demora has had after having 2 sacks in their win last week. Gets his first one here on Jive this afternoon. And he'll be happy to have that one, which will get Portland off the field. And Tulsa's going to have a chance with less than 5 minutes to go to take the lead for the first time in this ballgame.
It's going to give them the opportunity. It's just a matter of making it happen as the kick is away. Fair catch will be called at the 32. And that is where Tulsa will set up. Tomorrow, here on the SFL YouTube, two dominant historical powers battle to keep their seasons alive when the 2-5 Florida Storm visit the 3-4 Sioux Falls Sparrows. Game kicks off a 4-game slate Sunday evening. Coverage of that will start 6:30 p.m. Eastern right here on SFL YouTube. So Tulsa with an opportunity to take the lead. We'll see if they can make it happen. 4 wide receivers for JQ. He'll throw. Deep ball left side. It's caught by Gabriel Manning. It steps out of bounds at the Portland 43.
Wow, and had he not gone out of bounds and been able to keep his footing along the sidelines, he might have still been running because there was a couple of more missed tackles to be had by the Portland defenders, right? Oh, wow. This amazing catch over there by the sidelines by Manning.
Yeah, just a great catch there from Manning. And yeah, he got, it looks like he might have gotten pushed out of bounds by the defender. But it ends up going to the Portland 43 on that pass for 25 yards. Threw it into coverage. It's incomplete. Right in the middle of that was Mel Davis. He nearly got his hands on it.
And Hugh cannot afford to be careless with this ball this late in the ball game. 4.5 minutes to go. You've already thrown 3 interceptions. You cannot afford a 4th. You've got to lead your troops down for a score. You've got to be smarter with it right here.
Absolutely. 2nd down and 10. 4 wide receivers. Brown in the backfield. Looks like it's man coverage for Portland. Cue to throw. Stepping up. Throw the deep ball right side. Tipped off. Incomplete. Corey Jones the intended target, but McLean was there to knock it up.
There were 2 defenders there on the coverage for Portland on Corey Jones. Jones got behind the defense, but McLean had perfect position to get that pass deflection. Probably could have came away with the interception on that play right there, but very fortunate for Q. He gets another crack at it here on 3rd down.
He'll go 5 wide receivers on this one. Dime package for Portland. Q, bit of a high snap. He'll throw it. Up the middle is incomplete. Good coverage there on that play from Robert Brar. 4th and 10 coming up, and it's probably a little too far away to kick a field goal. They're going to probably have to punt it.
Yeah, I would say probably punt it at this point in the ball game. Their offense seems like they rushed out on the field.
Oh, they are on the field, man. He is out there.
Well,
it looks like he's just on a little bit of coverage, so they'll be punting it away. So it'll be Ismailia Farouk to kick it off. Nice little coffin kick's going to bounce at the 10. Takes a very good bounce for Portland as it goes into the end zone for the touchback. Probably could have just let that one go. Might have had a good opportunity to bounce it about the 2.
Yeah, but now Portland's probably just going to look to eat as much clock as possible and keep Tulsa's offense off the field at this point.
That's really all they have to do. And then it looks like they're set up in a jumbo package. Looks like they are going to go for a ground and pound. Jive going to throw. Checks it down to Love. He'll go right side. Makes the catch. And we'll get to the 25-yard line before getting brought down by Nate Hazlip. Ends up being a gain of about 6.
And it looks like Love was a little bit confused after he caught that one out there. Started left and went back right. Couldn't decide which way he wanted to try to go around Hazlip, but I don't think it mattered much anyways right there because Hazlip would have been there either way he went.
Yeah, he was definitely good on the coverage. Again, going back into the jumbo set for 2nd and 4. Hand off Love, goes up the middle, and it'll be short of the 1st down. Nice stop there from Cameron Shaw. As they are going to set up a 3rd and 1.
And Tulsa's got to have this at this point on defense.
Yeah, Tulsa really needs to make this happen here, and they need to make a big stop. Again, jumbo set for 3rd and 1. Hand off to Love, up the middle, good for the 1st down. Stutter stepped a little bit and gets to the 37, moves the chains, more importantly moves the clock as we're coming up to about 3.5 minutes to go.
Ezekiel Love now up to, I want to say, over 120 yards. Not sure exactly what his total is until the stats is updated. On 125 is what I'm at here now on my ticket.
Yeah, I see that as well. Looks like, yeah, Zeke is now closing in on 1,100 yards rushing on the season. Looks like he can probably get a few more here. And off up the middle will go nowhere. It's a loss of 1 on the play. And that was Hazlip coming up to make that stop from the line. So we're closing on 3 minutes to go. Tulsa really needs to make a stop on this set of downs in order to make an opportunity for their offense. Jive looks like he might be in the passing set. We're going to let this play clock run down. The pitch over to Love, left side. He'll get a couple of yards on it, but it'll only be to the 39 for 4. You kind of see the numbers there. He's been kind of hitting the average, about 4 yards there. We'll bring up 3rd and 7.
I am not going to let this one get away. That's exactly the 4 yards he needed for that young man, Ezekiel Love, to hit 7,500 in his career. So congrats, Ezekiel Love, for hitting the 7.5 double O, young man. Well deserved.
Way to go on that one. 3rd down and 7. Looks to be a throw for Cyrus Jive. He's in the shotgun with 3 wide. They're going to let this one wind down. No, they're going to take the snap right before the warning. Jive the throw, right side. He'll have a receiver caught for the first down at the Portland 39. It looks like it might have been a catch, but they're going to rule it incomplete as we head to the 2-minute warning. So far, the booth will review the play, but it's 2 minutes to go. Portland up 17-13. You're watching the SFL, presented by APM Music, here on YouTube. So yeah, under 2 minutes, it always goes to the booth. So we're going to take another look at this. Oh, he's got it.
Yep, that's it.
He's got it. That will be a first down for Israel Adams.
After review, the pass has been ruled complete.
They just confirmed that it is a catch.
First down.
So another big first down for Portland to hold onto the football. It's a matter of whether or not they can hold onto it here. Tulsa still has all 3 of their timeouts left. Hoping to make something happen here. Love up the middle. Going to get just about 8. As Tulsa will take their first of 3 with 1:53 to go. Now this is going to be a big stop. Otherwise, it's pretty much game over.
Yeah, pretty much ball game. And that 8 yards allowed for Tulsa, letting Love get those 8 yards really hurts, because one more first down, like you said, really puts a damper on Tulsa's hopes this late in the ball game.
Yeah, and if you saw the score up there, up in the chat, Minnesota did defeat Atlanta by a substantial amount. So they want to try to keep themselves in the hunt there in the Central Division, but another run from Love is good for a first down. Tulsa will take their second timeout. And it's just runs and knees at this point for the Fleet.
Yes, it is. First down will about do it for the Fleet in this ball game. Portland will keep it even at 4-4. On this record, barring some kind of miracle comeback mistake made by Portland or Tulsa this late, but Tulsa will fall to 5-3 in a game back from Minnesota. And as we watch these last few knees taken right here, I want to shift our focus and take a look at these teams' last 4 games, because I want to say Portland really need this win tonight, this afternoon, I should say, because Portland's last 4 games, they got to go Week 11 versus Seattle before they go 2 away games at Louisiana and at Sioux Falls. Both teams very capable of winning any game you set foot in their stadium against before they finish out the season at home versus Vancouver. So I think they really need this win tonight, and they came out on top in this one.
Yeah, they definitely needed to get themselves back into the hunt, as that'll be another need to start draining the clock. We'll have about 1:10 to go before the last knee for 4th down. But yeah, and Tulsa's going to need a tough one too, because they're going to be 1 game back against Minnesota and they face them next in week 11. So if they can beat Minnesota, they'll tie them up and give themselves an opportunity to, get up top in the Central Division. It's going to be a real tough go-around for those guys as another knee is taken for 4th down.
Well, if they win at home, if they take care of business at home against Minnesota, they'll take over the lead in the Central with that head-to-head win against Minnesota before they finish their season off with a home game against Seattle, and then 2 very tough away games for Tulsa, however, at Atlanta and then at Indianapolis. So 2 tough road games for Tulsa to close this season out. So very tough schedules left for both of these squads the rest of the way for these teams.
Absolutely. Punt is away. So 24 seconds, and they'll take, bit of a contact bounce. Got a little bit lucky there for Portland as they'll down it at the Tulsa 7. So there'll be 21 seconds to go for Tulsa to have an opportunity. They're going to have to go to the end zone to score and win. And they're going to have to do it with no timeouts. It's going to have to depend on JQ to throw the long ball. 4 wide receivers. Q to throw. Going for the deep ball left side.
Look out! Look out!
He's got room to run. This could go. 93 yards. Touchdown, Tulsa. They take the lead on 1 play.
You've got to be kidding me. We just got done talking about how Portland would be evening things up and Tulsa would be falling to 5-3 and the game back from Minnesota. But 1 throw and 93 yards is all JQ needed to find Gabriel Manning wide open on the left-hand side behind Portland's defense. 3 defenders couldn't cover Manning. Manning, all he had to do was catch that one, and he was off to the races. Majors couldn't catch him. Nobody could catch him. Looked like number 20 for Portland, which was Bernard Smith, was trailing him the rest of the way. And, oh, man, what a play to retake the lead. Or actually, first time today, Tulsa takes the lead in this game on one of the very last plays of this ball game. Tulsa takes the lead, pinning this extra point by 3 points, and Tulsa in perfect position to keep pace in the Central with a tied record with Minnesota.
Probably one of the biggest turnarounds I have seen in my seasons of calling these games, as the kick is good from Beisel to make it 20-17 with 10 seconds to go. Usually you don't see it happen like that. Usually you see a couple of plays where they may have to spike the ball once a bit, but no. 1 play for Gabriel Manning. He goes 93 yards. And now all of a sudden, Tulsa looking to stay on pace with Minnesota if they can hold on to this lead. Portland going to take the ball up the middle, and clock will stop with 6 seconds to go. And oh boy, now Portland on the back foot in the final seconds. That's unbelievable. He played 43 minutes and about 40 seconds, and then all of a sudden, game is different.
Oh, just unreal. We just got done talking about how much of just how much these standings would be reflected with how much these losses and wins would reflect each division, and then 1 play. It just goes to show everybody in the SFL how just anything can happen in this league because of 1 play. And 1 play that goes 93 yards can just change in 10 seconds, just like that, to the snap of the finger.
And that pass from Jive was completed to the 35 for a first down. They called their final, well, what will be their final timeout. They really can't do much with the other 2. 2 seconds to go. Barring a defensive penalty, this will be the ball game. Jive will have 3 wide receivers, with Love on the sidecar left. He'll throw, and he'll go up left side. Oh, it's caught.
Oh.
This game is not over yet.
Not over.
The catch was made by Adams on the ground, and we will have a late hit penalty.
Yep.
So this game is not over.
This will put him in field goal range.
No, it's an illegal touch.
What?
How is that an illegal touch? Oh, he must have stepped out of bounds.
Oh, wow.
He must have stepped out of bounds, and that is it. The Desperados win it 20-17 after Israel Adams got tagged for an illegal touch. Unbelievable finish to this game.
Wow. Just when you thought that we were going to see a last-second field on a late hit, it ends up being a penalty that goes against the offense, touching on Israel Adams. Just unbelievable ending to this ball game, all the way around by both Tulsa and Portland. Just could have gone either way through the last 20 seconds. Just can't say enough about this comeback by Tulsa after Portland was leading 17-3 through the first quarter and a half, basically, this ball game. Tulsa was able to come back and pretty much make this thing a ball game once again in the fourth quarter, and just never die attitude, the never quit attitude of this Tulsa Desperado ball team, this club, coached by Deion Hawkins and everybody else in this clubhouse. Just can't say enough about them. That is exactly why they're poised and positioned the way they are in the Central, and poised to make a playoff run the way that they are. Tough loss for Portland. They for all intents and purposes, they should have had this W tonight. But one play, they let their defense get away from them, and that 93 yards is all it took for Tulsa to come away with a W tonight on the Manning touchdown. But they'll fall to 3-5 on the season, looking to bounce back next week in their Seattle game. Actually, I should say week 11 in their as they'll be looking to take out some frustration for sure as we take one last look at that amazing 20-second left touchdown to Gabriel Manning.
Unbelievable. That play changed everything in this game because we thought Portland had Tulsa dead to rights. And player of the game, no doubt about it, Gabriel Manning with that game-winning touchdown. 8 receptions, 164 yards, 20 yards per catch. That's an amazing run. But Portland goes to 3-5. They'll face Seattle in week 11. Tulsa goes to 6-2. They face Minnesota to see who wins or who leads the Central Division in week 11. That'll do it for us today. Oh, what a finish. Portland had it, but Tulsa ekes out the win 20-17. From my partner, Mr. Nate Hall, for our statisticians, Mark Mello, Dakota Butts, for our producer, Commissioner Cam Irvine, I'm Ethan Muslin. So long from the shipyards, everybody.